Okay, here's going to be the rare occasion where in this whole quarantine review thing that I'm doing, I talk about a movie that's actually kind of a new release. This is a film from, well, it's just been released. I don't know that this got a theatrical release. It was actually made a couple years ago and it's finally escaping. This is a film starring, directed by, and I think written by John Turturro, entitled The Jesus Rolls. So this is, well, you can call it, or you can call it not, a sequel to The Big Lebowski. This is the Hispanic, purple-clad, strange, dancing man bowler that John Turturro played in Big Lebowski. This is a story of him years later. It's got a lot of people you'd recognize in this film. I was shocked at the cast in this film. And this film is, well, I would say it's dividing audiences, but pretty much everybody but me that I know who's seen it really hasn't liked it that much. I loved that character in The Big Lebowski. He had me rolling, doubled over with laughter from the first time I saw that movie, and it always does. Nobody's Some Things with the Jesus. This film, basically it's the same guy. He's just getting out of prison, and Christopher Walken plays the warden who lets him out. Bobby Cannavale is his friend, and they go off on these adventures, which basically amount to stealing cars and having three-ways with Audrey Tautou. And they meet up with odd characters like Susan Sarandon, who plays a female prisoner, not Scorpion, who just gets out of prison, and they take her off on an adventure. And it's odd. It's odd. I mean, it's silly and funny. I thought it was very funny. I was laughing out loud a lot, and not a lot of comedies do that for me these days. It's very salacious. I mean, the whole thing with the two guys and Audrey Tautou, and she can't have orgasms, so they're trying to help her with that repeatedly, and then somebody else shows up and tries to help her with that, and it's just like, it's odd. It's odd. Apparently, this is a remake of a French film, which I'd never heard of, which I keep meaning to look into that to see what that film was like. Jesus Rolls, John Hamm is in it. Jesus Rolls feels a lot to me, or felt when I was watching it, like a 70s movie, like a 70s road movie. It's sort of a slice of life thing. You join their lives in progress, and the movie, when it ends, it doesn't feel abrupt and annoying to me like some films that just stop, but it does just kind of end. You don't see, there's no ending to the story for these characters. There's no great resolution for these characters. You assume they're just going to kind of keep on keeping on like they've been doing. But it doesn't really feel like The Big Lebowski. So some people may be upset about that fact. It's not a film that really needed to be made, but if you like the Jesus character from that movie, this gives you about 90 minutes of that. It gives you a lot of cameos from actors that you would recognize. It gives you a lot of very crude content. Not wildly explicit, but it's not one I would watch with the kids. And it's just interesting. I can see why it didn't get a theatrical release. I'm not sure anybody really was clamoring for this film, again, unless you're big fans of that character. But, call me crazy, I thought it was funny. It made me laugh a lot. So if you are interested, this is a digital rental currently. I'm not sure if this is available on physical media or not right now. Not that there are many places you could go to buy it if it was. But we rented this, I believe, from Amazon for a couple bucks. So it is out there, and it is entitled The Jesus Rolls.